Some of you need to know what hell is like. Well, from your head to your feet, it is so sticky sweet. Let me explain how beautiful it was to touch it. It is a non-consuming flame. You will be presented to an eye so large when you stand or appear to it bodiless, it will take up the entirety of your view. Perfectly at that distance, you begin to feel the event horizon. That feels like you're falling in all directions at once. It starts with a normal fear of falling, then it intensifies as if you're falling faster and faster in one place. You do not move. You do not fall, so you are in one position, feeling yourself being stretched in all directions at once. You feel this the same way you feel inertia when you move. Again, you will not be moving. You will be in one place, one position, in front of that I that I described to you. If you're not ready for this, this is what you feel. That non-consuming flame isn't hot. It's beautiful. It's just that you're there with it in a type of pain that is inexplicable, because there's not a pain on this planet or a fear known to man that will substitute the experience compared to the real thing. As you experience this, it intensifies, exponentially becoming worse the longer you are there. From start to finish, in about 3 seconds, you will have experienced one thing here on this planet you've never experienced physically in any way possible. That's what it's like to be at the event horizon. If you don't know what to do, that's okay. Like myself, I was saved by something I also didn't expect or understand. I was shrouded in a being of light, pulled back consciously to my body, where I experienced normalcy. Except for one thing. As I was balancing my being, I was seeing the world in a new way. I was able to see spirit in ways that would be profound if anyone was to talk about it now. I was able to see languages dancing around flame. I was able to see you and I the same as one being. I was able to see all of this in real time, outside with, at the same time, all things that I'm seeing with me now. Though you could not see it, I was fully enveloped in my own visual experience that is very much the same proverbial talking bush with the eternal flame. For those who experience this type of awakening, it's for you alone. Sharing this with someone else is no better than sharing your dreams. Was it real to you? Of course. But is it real to you here? No, of course not. To others, that would be certifiably insane. So what was hell like? It's beautiful. It's perfect. It's like falling in all directions, very quickly, being ripped apart by something you don't control. Well, you realize you are not in control when you realize that you are fully aloof with this idea, the experience that you're having. That's when it saves you from yourself. Now, I did all my work before this moment and also came into myself with a union that was pure bliss in a way that also gave me the visions. I could see paintings come to life before my eyes that actually were in motion in ways that they were not. I would see things with you here in ways you could not. Your eyes, even. The way you look to me, your appearance, everything changes. When I'm myself, I would call that a shamanic experience. It's a relationship with spirit that allows you to see everything the way it is. The dead, the living, all of it together. Now, it's beautiful. It's perfect. It's not a problem. Unless others have a problem with it now. The good news is you don't. The reason you don't is because that's God. If you don't understand that, go ahead and die for yourself. You'll find it the way I found it also. If you want to know what God's like, start there. But you need the unity code first to be fair, or you won't come back from what I saw. You'll stay there and remain bodiless. While your body, the fetter, stays here, it will be an empty vessel for something to hop in from that world of the unknown and appear to be you here with us, like I am now also. When I came back with something unfamiliar to me. I came back with a piece of myself that A, I either left behind, or B, remains with me now because I saved it from that world divine when I went there myself. As I was being saved, pulled back to myself, I brought something with me. God. It remains with me now. That is what you are learning from. That is your instructor. That's your master. That is also you, saving you from yourself. So of course you need to know that. Of course it's important to have this experience, and if you're not ready for it, you won't. If you haven't had this experience, it's not a problem. No rush. Having this experience isn't exactly a Sunday drive. It's difficult. So you want to know what that's like? There it is. It's the worst pain imaginable. Event horizon, like being pulled in and sucked in all directions at the same time. Except you don't move. You remain in your position and you just feel that. While nothing else happens, you are shrouded in a fire. And as he went down into a burning ring of fire, it went down. flames got higher. Nah, wasn't like that at all. But you will experience something that is feeling like it's going down in all directions at the same time. It certainly looks like a ring of fire, except you don't fall into it. You're just there with it. It's beautiful. I'll give it that. Just don't tell it that, because we know it is not. That seems to be my only mistake, is calling something that isn't beautiful, beautiful. Well, it taught me a lesson. So I didn't know what to do. Now, I'm doing it. That also sucks. Not knowing what to do and just doing it. Has some degree of failure until you just realize there's no such thing. You're not allowed. Once you've reached this point, you'll be okay. You realize at this moment you are safe, no matter what you do. You're with God. You are protected by a light, a being that navigates those worlds freely. That is obviously not affected by it at all. That being is the one you miss most. It's in you to be like this. That is you to be like that. And God, thank you for saving you from yourself most of all when it's needed. That's what it's like to be with God in that way. There are plenty of other ways to be with God here today, as I mentioned before. With full-blown spirit, we see what you're looking for is not evermore, but in this experience with evermore, you find it, just like I did too, just like they did, just like we all do. That is what you were aiming for. You.